on this video and you've seen the title of this vlog, welcome. This is what it's come to. Let's be so serious. There is no possible such thing as glamorizing being unemployed. I beg your pardon. However, in this current season of my life, I am learning to embrace the seasons that I'm in. Seasons for a reason, meaning that they don't last forever. Okay, this time period of not having a job or not knowing what to do career-wise, it's not gonna last forever. This is week 2 of sitting with ourselves, being unemployed. Take it, feel it, accept it. Today I had a therapy session, and this was going to be my first therapy session since getting a new therapist. And this therapist actually isn't going to be my therapist because she's also transferring. Yeah. She told me one of these phrases that I very much already know myself, but sometimes you just need to be reminded, is that you already know everything that you bring to the table. Now it's about finding spaces and finding that workspace who knows that as well. Your qualities and what you will bring to that workspace, and it's gonna come. This being this season won't last forever. It is very trying, but one day I'm gonna look back at this and I'm gonna be like, yeah. And this is gonna be so refreshing to look back when I'm like out of the season and be like, huh. I thought no other than with all this free time on my hands, I would pitch that into doing something useful, prioritizing things that literally are equipping me for the exact path that God has for me. Today's little task: doctor appointment at the hospital, therapy, went to a coffee shop. The aesthetic moment for me ended when I ran into someone that I knew there. I was anxious the whole day too as well, and the whole time I was at the coffee shop, and it wasn't as aesthetic. It was $21 for avocado toast and coffee. Holy sweet lord, holy sweet lord. But why was that iced latte? I got a pumpkin pie latte, and why was that like the best latte I've had from like a coffee shop in months, and it was $7.99. After that coffee shop experience, I feel like I really needed to touch grass, so I went to the library. I had time today, so I was like, why not go to the library? I had so much free time in between like my appointments. I also did go in and put in another application today that I'm actually really excited about. So also during this time, I want to be reading. I've kind of like put a pause on the library because I put a hold on a book. It was The Housemaid by Frida McFadden, and that book has been like, I've been on the wait list for it for like almost 2 months now. I called a couple weeks ago to check on like my position in line, and they said I was the next one up, but it's still crickets. I'm actually losing my mind not having anything to read, and I'm instead resorting to scrolling, and I don't want to do that. I went to the library, and I swear to you, they knew I was coming. They knew I was coming because it was stocked like as soon as I walked in. My library has like a little new book section like the moment you walk in, so they catch your attention. You see what I mean? Yeah, like I literally, like all of these books have been, I've heard great things about all of them. Most of them were on my like buy list, book wish list, and I found them all at the library, so now I get to read them all for free. Okay, so the first one caught my eye was Summer in the City. Right now, as I'm filming this, it's quite literally peak October. October is kind of almost over, to be honest. This is a summer book. I also did pick up Beach Read like in August, and I told myself I wasn't gonna read it because fall was approaching. So I feel like this is kind of hypocritical for me to pick this up in October. But I really want to read it. I really want to read it, so I don't really care about the season. Also, I think this is based in New York. Like, that's up my alley. I am excited about this. Our next book is Out of the Woods. I thought this was based off the Taylor song whenever I saw it. I've also heard really good things about this one. I'm excited about this one. I'm thinking maybe it might bring a bit more like fall vibes. I don't know, I'm just going off the cover. They lie when they say don't judge a book by its cover, because I do. I'm sorry. Like, it gives fall. And I didn't even realize that like all of the books, like I'm just such a cutie little romance reader. Like I didn't do that on purpose. This was just What caught my eye, the next one's First Time Caller. I'm so excited to read this. This was the first book I saw at the library a few months ago that inspired me to renew my library card. So shout out to you, girl. Happy Wednesday. Well, to be fair, it is like 11 o'clock now. I've made myself a little late breakfast moment, some eggs, turkey, and then sriracha. This is like my favorite thing to have when I don't know what I want to eat for breakfast and I don't have the egg ick. I've been wanting to start my weeks off with some like non-negotiables, things that I want to accomplish in that week, and like making it like a thing where like I'm gonna tell myself I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this because these are things that are gonna make me feel good during the week. For example, one of my non-negotiables this week was reading my Bible first thing in the morning and getting up a bit earlier to go walking first thing in the morning. Whenever I was in high school, I was homeschooled, so I would go on walks every single morning right before I would start school because I would do school on a laptop, so I'd be like in the house all day. And when I tell you, that was like probably like one of the best things I could have done for myself, like not just physically but like mentally, because it would always just feel like a big like just like starting off the day on like a good note, like you're like literally like mentally and physically touching grass before you like get into the day. And it was so special to me. And I feel like I've been like, it has been really hot this summer, like yes, but I haven't been walking as much as the purpose just to go for a walk, so I want to do more of that. I didn't get to go yesterday since I had such an early doctor appointment, and this morning I woke up a bit later than I wanted to, but it's still 74 degrees outside. It feels great outside. What's so important about like setting up these non-negotiables is, for me, it's like the foundation of telling myself I'm gonna do something and then like actually doing it. Not saying I'm gonna do something, but like actually doing it. That is the non-negotiable. Like showing up for myself, like for real, actually prioritizing, not just for me, it's not about prioritizing my physical health right now, but my mental health and prioritizing things that are good for me as like people, because it's not just me, like everyone, we all do it. Why are we like so obsessed with doing things that aren't good for ourselves? Because it's like we say we're gonna do something and then we don't do it, or we say we need to stop doing something and we don't. Like non-negotiable is I need to stop scrolling first thing in the morning. Right now in this current season, it's me waking up and looking at my email or looking at Indeed, and it's like obviously if I'm doing that first thing in the morning, I'm gonna feel like crap. And it's like, it's not something like getting up, scrolling on TikTok and seeing the most perfect like live in a big city, like she's traveling, she's going here, she's going there. That's not something you need to be feeding like when you literally just wake up and that's the first thing you think about. That's the tone it's setting for your day. It's like, why don't I have this life? Why don't I have this job? Why don't I have this? Like, it's not good for you. Reading my Bible first thing in the morning, also another like good thing, sets the tone. Reading the Word of God and like kind of always just like alters my day, because obviously when you spend time with God, it's like, a bunch of people say that a lot of people come to God when they have a problem, and for me, in my faith, it's always been the opposite. It's always been hard for me to go to God when I have a problem, or hard for me to stand on my faith. And these past few months, I've grown so much in my faith, and I've actually been really good about praying in my prayer journal and reading my Bible. Even in times of like feeling lost or anxious or sad, I actually pull closer to God, because I'm realizing it's this very thing is a lot of people question why God would bring you through these times and these trials, and they feel like God has like left them or deserted them. And I'm realizing every single time where I thought that something would like literally be like the end of the world for me, it actually strengthened me to exactly who I needed to be, where I needed to be, and it got me on the path to where I need to go. Like a couple months later or like a couple years later, I'm gonna look back and I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm so thankful I didn't get what I want during this time, and I held on to what God had for me instead. I feel like my last few vlogs have been so sappy, but also within like literally filming so much of my life, it would be such a lie to just only film the good parts and just cut out the parts where like, oh, like I'm struggling or I'm whatever. It would be such a lie to just film the good things and hide apart all the parts where I was struggling, because that's not real life. Okay, it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon now, and I'm gonna sit down and plan a few things that I want to do today, because I have a lot of things in my head that I want to do, and I'm honestly probably going to forget if I don't write them down. And I feel like normally I would just be like, oh, like it's whatever, like the day's almost gone, and I'm like, I'm not gonna let the day waste because we still have a good portion of the day. So let's get some things done. I'm gonna plan it and try and be try and be a little bit as organized as I can, but like it doesn't have to be perfect. Just get it done. This is literally the second night that I've made chicken and pasta. I made chicken and pasta yesterday, chicken and pasta today, but to be fair, it's not the same pasta as I made last night, so. Morning and happy Saturday, girlies. I heard that from the grapevine, obviously TikTok. They said it was better to put your eye patches like in the fridge for a little bit, so I tried that this morning. I'm kind of having like a little bit of a slow morning. It is so gloomy and just like rainy this morning that I thought my plans, the little plans I did have, I was like, oop, I don't know if that's gonna happen. But anyways, I'm gonna go to a little show today where I used to go to theater. I'm really excited because it's the Wizard of Oz. Oh, this feels great. I'm really excited because it's the Wizard of Oz, and I'm trying to like get a little pep in my steps, so I'm like not leaving last minute, so I have a little bit of time to go, so I don't have to worry about like rushing in the rain. These little bow eye patches, I got them from Marshall's. Do they look a little funny like wearing these on my face? Yeah, but are they cute and fun? I love them. This was the adulthood that I was promised, so sometimes I just have to do little things to enforce it, because this is literally like Sharpay Evans in a nutshell. I feel like maybe that's why these were calling me whenever I was like checking out and I saw them, and I didn't even think about grabbing them. I was like immediately, yeah. I am about to head out. I have a few little things to do in town, but I felt it was appropriate to finish this vlog of saying I do have an interview Monday. This is a position for like a seasonal job, which I'm really excited about. It's possible for me to work the seasonal job and still get hired full-time after the holidays, which is exciting. This is the little outfit. I'm not sure if I'm gonna leave my hair like this. I don't know. I feel like it looks cute, but I'm not sure if it goes with this top. I don't know. Anyways, this top, I thrifted this top like in August, and I've been waiting for a moment to style it. I'm gonna end the vlog here though, and as always, thank you for hanging, and I'll see you in the next one.